Hello everybody, this is diANe, and I just had a few brief things to say. Number one, inclement weather is not my cup of tea. From a small child, I always wanted to be in California. I always thought that I was a California kind of girl. And so anyway, I'm very, very far from California. The only thing that's good about where I live is that I'm very close to New York City if and when I want to go shopping and eating and cruising and going around Central Park and flying the dogs to the city and staying in some, nice hotels. But I really, really hate rain. Everybody I know who knows me knows that I hate rain. And I'm not one to use umbrellas either, except on a day like today when I'm walking and I'm getting really, really wet. Let me turn this camera around and show you what I look like today. So I got this really cool hat. I ordered it from, I think it was eBay. Anyway, it's a nice hat because it has a metal brim that you can bend, and you can actually eliminate every bit of the sun and or rain from your face. Now, it is not waterproof, but in a small drizzle or snowfall or whatever, it's going to keep most of the rain off of your head. But I really like it because of its total sunblock capability. But I was thinking today, I was watching this really, really stupid video, and I'm not going to give out the person's name because it's so stupid. And I mean, she's got like millions of subscribers, and it's just totally garbage. And well, it's kind of vulgar and that sort of thing. I have no idea why it was on my feed, because I usually watch anti-natalist videos or self-help videos, and occasionally some cooking recipes and some really creative things like vegan cookery or raw foods and that kinds of thing. I really like crunchy, nutty, and chocolate. I like anything that's made from holistic ingredients and healthy ingredients. But for some reason, it just dawned on me today that I should have created this video a long time ago. But it's a thought that it's occurred to me interspersed with my adult life. And the thought is that if a man really loved his spouse, his partner, his mate, and they knew that they were both fertile, why would a man exploit that woman to give him children? Why would a man impregnate a woman knowing that she is going to be doing 100% of the gestation, the delivery, labor and delivery, the lactation, and most of the raising of the child? And knowing that women go through so much torture during the whole, pregnancy and delivery, and we're not even talking complications. And I'm not even talking about potential complications of a C-section or a stroke damage to the embryo or the fetus upon delivery, and damage to the mother's private parts upon delivery. And it is more common than not. Pregnancy and delivery is wrought with complications, and postpartum depression is very, very real. In fact, I would almost every woman I've ever spoken to who gave birth, when she's completely honest and reflecting upon her younger years when she did have children, she will reveal that she was somewhat incapable of taking care of herself or the baby, and she needed great amounts of assistance from her partner or her relatives or her own mother. And some women are actually so despondent and become psychotic that they hurt their children or threaten to hurt their children. It's very common for women to go on antidepressants or medication right after the delivery of a child or multiple children. It wreaks havoc with your body. I've heard so many times from women that their body is never the same. I remember a celebrity, Marie Osmond, actually. She said, decades ago after her first child, that she just felt like her waist, her rib cage, her shoulders were just larger. She just felt like her youth was just totally gone. Of course, she went on to have multiple children. But so is the case with many, many women. Many women do want children. I don't know why. I think the gestation and the lactation and the delivery, all of that is horrifying and very unattractive. But why a man would put his significant other or his partner, his wife, lover, girlfriend, why would he put someone through that he loves? If he knows all of the dangers wrought with the pregnancy and delivery, he still knows that there's great harms in store. And if he does a little bit of reading, he can just Google or read our bodies ourselves. So you can't claim ignorance. You can't claim that you just didn't know these things. There's been books out since the late 60s on, probably earlier, there's been medical books describing the traumas of birth for the newborn as well as the mom. It's a very traumatic experience for both. In fact, babies come out with their heads shaped like cones because of the amount of squeezing and trauma that the soft head goes through. And I've also heard and read that the first breath that the baby takes is like fire on the lungs. So that, my folks, is our first instance of real and significant harm. The moment that we enter existence and we take our first breath. But women's bodies who have given birth are forever traumatized. And before they're 40, women who have had children often have bladder leakage and require surgeries to modify things as they were pre-conception. But conception, impregnation, that is the beginning of all harm. And I guess the purpose of this video is to alert guys, men who want children, who want to have a family, or who wants to carry on their family name, or, you know, to see a child, a mini-me, to grow up like them, or some child to play sports, who you can teach their ABCs and whatnot. You are putting your wife or partner in a very precarious position, and you are harming greatly your infant to be. So, reproduction is murder. Reproduction is a hate crime. Reproduction is harm any way you look at it, all the way around. There's nothing good about impregnating a woman. You haven't proved anything to the world that your previous relatives have not proved as well. You are here today, 7.6 billion people in this world today, in existence, because their parents were fertile. So that's not very special, is it? That's a lot of men who ejaculated and who were fertile. Fertility is common. Fertility is not special. It is not rare. It is not a miracle. So, be bigger, be stronger, man up. Don't get anyone pregnant. Don't put your wife, your partner, your spouse, your girlfriend through such harm. And protect your future offspring by not bringing them into this world by impregnation, conception. Do everything you can do to protect women and children. Women and children really do depend on men to look after them. They are supposed to be our caretakers and not our harmers. Hey, girl, right? Right, Cupid? Right? Yeah. Thank you for watching our video in the rain. And please subscribe.